Memory, it's the foundation of our identity, the storehouse of our experiences, the key to our learning. Imagine a life without memories. You wouldn't recognize loved ones, recall childhood dreams, or even navigate your own home. Our memories connect us to the past, guide us in the present, and shape our hopes for the future. Yet as vital as memory is, it's often frustratingly elusive. But don't despair. Just as we can train our bodies to be stronger and faster, we can train our minds to become more adept at remembering. Our modern world bombards us with information, constantly challenging the limits of our memory. We're expected to remember countless passwords, navigate complex websites, and absorb vast amounts of information daily. But what if I told you there's a better way? What if you could learn to retain information more effectively, to recall details with greater ease, to master new subjects with confidence? By understanding how memory works and applying proven techniques, we can dramatically enhance our ability to learn, remember, and utilize information. For centuries, scholars, orators, and performers have relied on memory techniques to excel in their fields. Ancient Greek orators memorized lengthy speeches, while medieval scholars retained entire books. Today we'll explore some of these powerful techniques, demystifying the secrets of memory champions, and revealing how you can apply them to your own life. Get ready to unlock the full potential of your mind. Our exploration of memory techniques begins with a journey back in time, to ancient Rome, where orators captivated audiences with their eloquence and seemingly effortless recall. These masters of rhetoric possessed a powerful tool, a technique known as the Loci Method. Loci is Latin for places, and this method, also known as the memory palace technique, leverages our innate spatial reasoning abilities to enhance memory. Imagine a familiar building, perhaps your childhood home or your current apartment. Now, picture yourself walking through this space, mentally assigning distinct locations within it to specific pieces of information you want to remember. These locations, these loci, become anchors for your memories. Section 2. Building your memory palace. A step-by-step guide. To begin building your memory palace, choose a familiar location, one you can easily visualize. The more detailed and vivid your mental image, the more effective the technique will be. Once you've chosen your location, identify specific, distinct loci within it. These loci can be anything: a piece of furniture, a doorway, a window, even a particular plant. As you move through your memory palace, assign each piece of information you want to remember to a specific locus. The more unusual and memorable the association, the better. Section 3. Placing your memories, the art of association. The power of the Loci method lies in its ability to transform abstract information into vivid, memorable images. Our brains are wired to remember images and spatial relationships far more easily than lists of facts or figures. To maximize the effectiveness of this technique, engage all your senses as you create these associations. Don't just visualize the information, imagine its smell, taste, texture, and sound. The more senses you involve, the stronger the memory will be. The key is to make your associations personal, engaging, and even humorous. Section 4. Mastering the Loci method, practice and application. Like any skill, mastering the Loci method takes practice. Start with small amounts of information, gradually increasing the complexity and volume as you become more comfortable with the technique. The beauty of the Loci method is its versatility. It can be applied to a wide range of information, from grocery lists and speeches to historical facts and scientific concepts. Choose your memory palace, select your loci, and start creating those memorable associations. While the Loci method offers a powerful way to memorize large amounts of information using spatial visualization, sometimes we need a more portable and flexible tool. Enter flashcards, a seemingly simple yet incredibly effective memorization technique. Flashcards, when used correctly, tap into powerful learning principles that enhance memory and recall. They're like bite-sized packets of knowledge, perfect for on-the-go learning or for drilling down on specific facts and concepts. Whether you're learning a new language, memorizing historical dates, or mastering scientific terminology, flashcards provide a structured and engaging way to internalize information. Flashcards encourage active recall, a process where you actively retrieve information from memory rather than passively reading it. The effectiveness of your flashcards hinges on their content and design. A well-crafted flashcard is concise, focused, and visually appealing, making it easier for your brain to process and retain the information. Remember, each card should focus on a single concept or fact. Keep the text clear and concise, using keywords and phrases rather than lengthy sentences. Visuals can greatly enhance the effectiveness of your flashcards. Incorporate images, diagrams, or charts to create a visual representation of the information, making it more memorable. The more visually appealing your flashcards are, the more likely you are to pay attention and remember the information. Once you've created your flashcards, it's crucial to organize them effectively. A well-organized flashcard deck is essential for efficient learning and prevents you from getting overwhelmed or losing track of your progress. Start by dividing your flashcards into smaller, manageable sets based on topic or difficulty level. This makes it easier to focus on specific areas and track your progress within each set. Consider using index cards or a digital flashcard app that allows you to create custom categories and subcategories. Many apps also offer features like spaced repetition, which we'll explore in detail later. The key is to create a system that feels intuitive and helps you efficiently learn and review your flashcards. Section 4. Mastering flashcards, active recall, and spaced repetition. While creating effective flashcards is important, the real magic happens when you combine them with active recall and spaced repetition, two powerful learning strategies that amplify their impact. Active recall involves actively retrieving information from your memory rather than passively recognizing it. When you look at the front of a flashcard, don't just passively read the question or term. Force yourself to recall the answer or definition from memory before flipping the card over. Spaced repetition takes advantage of the forgetting curve, a psychological principle that describes how we tend to forget information over time. By reviewing flashcards at increasingly spaced intervals, you interrupt this forgetting curve and strengthen the memory trace. Section 1. Beyond palaces and cards, expanding your memory toolkit. Our brains are remarkably adaptable, constantly seeking new ways to process and retain information. Just like a skilled craftsman utilizes a variety of tools to create a masterpiece, we can further enhance our memory abilities by incorporating additional techniques into our learning arsenal. These techniques aren't meant to replace the Loci Method or flashcards, but rather to complement them, providing us with a more versatile and robust approach to learning and remembering. Get ready to expand your memory toolkit and discover even more effective ways to learn, remember, and excel. Section 2. Chunking, taming, information overload. Our brains often struggle to process and retain long strings of random information. That's the essence of chunking, a powerful technique that involves breaking down large amounts of information into smaller, more manageable units. By grouping related pieces of information together, we create meaningful patterns that our brains can more easily grasp and retain. Imagine trying to memorize the following list of grocery items: apples, milk, bread, bananas, cheese, eggs, yogurt, cereal, juice. But what if we chunk these items into categories? We could group them as fruits: apples, bananas, dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt, and grains, bread, cereal. Chunking can be applied to a wide range of information, from historical dates and scientific concepts to vocabulary lists and even musical pieces. Mnemonics, often confused with the broader concept of memory techniques, offer a creative and engaging way to enhance recall. They're essentially mental shortcuts that connect new information to something already familiar, making it more memorable. Remember the acronym ROIGBIV for the colors of the rainbow? Or the phrase, "every good boy does fine," to remember the lines on a musical staff? These are classic examples of mnemonics in action. Mnemonics come in various forms, each leveraging different cognitive processes to enhance memory. Acronyms like ROIGBIV use the first letter of each word in a phrase to create a memorable abbreviation. Acrostics, on the other hand, use the first letter of each word in a phrase to form a sentence like, "Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally for the order of operations in mathematics." Rhymes and songs also serve as effective mnemonics, using rhythm and melody to make information more memorable. Visual mnemonics involve creating vivid mental images that link to the information you're trying to remember. Imagine spending hours cramming for an exam, only to forget most of the information shortly after the test. This phenomenon, known as the forgetting curve, underscores the importance of spaced repetition, a learning technique that strategically schedules review sessions to combat memory decay. By reviewing information at increasingly spaced intervals, we interrupt the forgetting curve and strengthen the memory trace. Think of spaced repetition as a workout routine for your brain. Just as muscles require consistent exercise to grow stronger, memories need regular reinforcement to solidify their place in long-term storage. Many digital flashcard apps incorporate spaced repetition algorithms, automatically scheduling reviews based on your performance. However, you can also implement spaced repetition manually by creating a review schedule for your notes, textbooks, or other learning materials. Building your memory powerhouse, integrating techniques for success. We've explored a range of powerful memory techniques, from the ancient art of memory palaces to the focused recall of flashcards, the strategic grouping of chunking, the creative associations of mnemonics, and the reinforcement of spaced repetition. But the true power of these techniques lies not in their individual application, but in their synergistic integration into a personalized memory system. Just as a symphony orchestra blends individual instruments to create a harmonious masterpiece, we can orchestrate these techniques to unlock the full potential of our minds. Imagine combining the spatial organization of a memory palace with the active recall of flashcards. You could create a memory palace dedicated to a specific subject, with each room or location representing a different topic. Within each room, you could strategically place flashcards containing key concepts, formulas, or vocabulary words. As you mentally walk through your memory palace, you're not just passively observing the information, you're actively engaging with it through the flashcards. This multi-sensory, multimodal approach strengthens the memory trace and enhances recall. Don't be afraid to experiment and find what works best for you. The key is to create a system that feels intuitive, engaging, and aligned with your learning style. Overcoming memory roadblocks, conquering common challenges. Memory improvement is rewarding but challenging. Like a marathon, we face obstacles testing our resolve. Distraction is a common memory roadblock. Our world is full of notifications and demands. Minimize distractions to cultivate focus. Find a quiet space, silence your phone, dedicate full attention to your task. Stress and anxiety harm memory. Cortisol interferes with memory consolidation. Use relaxation techniques like deep breathing. Meditation helps too. Spend time in nature. Sleep is vital for memory. Sleep processes and stores memories. Get 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Setbacks are natural in learning. Approach challenges with a growth mindset. View them as opportunities for growth. Unlocking your potential. The journey of lifelong learning. The pursuit of memory improvement is not merely about memorizing facts or figures, it's about unlocking our cognitive potential, expanding our capacity to learn, grow, and engage with the world around us. Imagine the possibilities that open up when we possess a sharp, agile mind. The ability to acquire new languages, master complex skills, remember names and faces with ease, and retain valuable information that enriches our lives. The techniques we've explored are not just tools for academic success. They're keys to unlocking a world of lifelong learning and personal fulfillment. They empower us to embrace new challenges, pursue our passions with vigor, and engage in meaningful conversations that broaden our perspectives. As we continue on this journey of memory improvement, let us remember that our brains are capable of remarkable growth and adaptation. With consistent effort, a positive mindset, and the right tools at our disposal, we can unlock our cognitive potential and embrace the transformative power of lifelong learning. Your memory, your legacy. We've journeyed through the landscape of memory, exploring techniques to enhance its power. From memory palaces to flashcards, chunking, mnemonics, and spaced repetition, we've built a versatile toolkit for learning. Memory weaves our experiences, shaping our identities and connecting us to the world. Each memory contributes to who we are. Embrace these techniques for a richer life. Choose a technique, apply it, and witness its impact. Unlock the extraordinary potential within your mind.